Hello and welcome to my League 2 Game Week 7 predictions. I think a couple of games in this match week might be postponed due to the international break, but I'll give you my predictions for them anyway, as we don't know which ones are postponed on football yet. So yeah, let's just dive straight into my Game Week 7 League 2 predictions. So far, so good then, as football has no games postponed, but do let me know in the comments which games are postponed and which ones aren't. But we do go to the half-12 kickoff on Sky on Saturday, and that is Newport County taking on Bristol Rovers. Of course, Newport in an absolute free fall at the moment, down towards the foot of the table. They lost their last 5 matches in a row. Of course, not great for Newport County. Bristol Rovers beat Grimsby at the weekend, didn't they? Very good result for them. They did draw 4-4 against Tottenham Hotspur Academy. That I don't know what that's in. EFL Trophy, that's it. And they got 2 points for that. Bristol Rovers currently 16th of the table. Newport sit in 20th, but they have had a horrible run at form of Newport County. Last time these sides did play back in League 2 was a 21-22 season. 3-1 win away for Newport at the Memorial, and then a 1-0 win for Newport at Rodney Parade in March 2022, of course. Yeah, the head-to-heads show that Newport can be okay at home. 1-3 loss, although Bristol Rovers have 1-2 in there as well. Surely Newport get over the line and get a nice win in this one. I'm going to back them. I am going to back them finally to win a game of football. I'm going to go scrappy 1-0 home win for Newport County in this one over Bristol Rovers. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be scrappy. But I think Newport will just get over the line over Bristol Rovers and Daryl Clark in this one. So you're back in Newport to win by 1-0 here. Now to the Hive, where Barnet take on Shrewsbury. Barnet did draw at the weekend to Colchester after their horrible start. They seem to have evened it out a little bit with a few wins on the bounce under Dean Brennan so far this season. Shrewsbury drew at home 0-0 to Accrington, to the favourites to go down, playing out a ball draw. Currently 23rd in the table are Shrewsbury at the moment. Absolute nightmare start for them, not what they would have wanted. Last time these sides did play in a head-to-head was all the way back in 2011-2012 season. It was a 2-1 away win for Shrewsbury at Barnet, and then a 3-2 win in Shrewsbury. There, Barnet have had struggles against Shrewsbury in the past at the Hive, losing 2-1 and 1-1, but that was all the way back in 2011. Times have changed over that. I think Barnet will beat Michael Appleton's side here. They're not great, are they? Shrewsbury, I am going to back Barnet to win this. I'm going to go for a nice 2-0 home victory for Dean Brennan's side, and them to get over the line over Michael Appleton and Shrewsbury, who might be facing the sack. But yeah, Barnet to win this by 2-0 over Shrewsbury in this one. Barrow take on Swindon then at the SO Legal Stadium. Andy Wing's side doing okay so far this season, a bit inconsistent with the results wise, but they'll be looking to do a lot better nonetheless in this one. Yeah, Swindon, really good win last time out away at Crewe. 3-0 away win for Ian Holloway's men, beating Shrewsbury before that. Back-to-back wins for Swindon in League 2 this season. Barrow losing to Fleetwood at the weekend, not ideal for them. But Fleetwood will be up and in and around that by the end of the season. Last time they did play was a 1-1 draw back at Barrow, and then it was a 2-0 win for Swindon at Barrow. So, yeah, the last time, yeah, this is all a bit even in the head-to-heads. I am going to back the away side in this one. I'm going to back Ian Holloway's boys to win this by 2-1 over Barrow in this one. I think it'd be tight, but I think Swindon will just get over the line in this one over Barrow, and yeah, Swindon to win this by 2-1 over Barrow in this one. Cambridge take on Oldham now at the Abbey. Neil Harris's side, back-to-back wins for them in the Cup and League over Charlton and Newport respectively. They seem to have picked up a little bit, up to 10th place in the table now, very tight, 4 points separate first to 10th in first to 11th actually in the Sky Bet League 2 table at the moment. Last time these sides did play was a 2-1 win for Oldham at Cambridge, and then back into March 2021 was a 4-2 win for Cambridge United over Oldham. Cambridge have struggled in recent times against Oldham at home. I could see this one potentially being a bit of a slippy affair. Could be a draw, this one. I think it might be quite a tight game of football. Oldham haven't started the best, though, have they? Down in 19th spot. Cambridge will be looking to win this at home. Personally, I don't see it. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between these two sides. I think it'll be tight and cagey, but I think this be a 1-1 draw between Cambridge and Oldham. Oldham can be a bit difficult to play sometimes, and that is what I'm basing it off. And back in Neil Harris' side to draw 1-1 with Mickey Mellon's Oldham Athletic in this one. So 1-1 draw between these two. Cheltenham face Accrington now then. Cheltenham did okay last time out, getting a nice draw away at Salford City, their first point of the season. Shrewsbury drew at home to Accrington. Accrington drew away to Shrewsbury. Last time they did play in League Two was a 2-1 home win for Cheltenham and a 0-0 away draw for Cheltenham, respectively, at Accrington. At Cheltenham's home stadium, which is the Charger Point Stadium now. It changes every year. 4 wins and 4 draws. 4 wins and 4 wins for Accrington, respectively, and 4 wins for Cheltenham as well. Last time they did play, it's been a bit of a mix of a result. Accrington usually get the result. Cheltenham should be looking at a first win here at home this season and get their first 3 points on the board, and that's what I'm going to back. I'm going to back Cheltenham to beat Accrington in this one. I think it'd be scrappy. I think it'd be tight, but I think Cheltenham will get over the line in this one. I'm going to back them by a 1-0, and Cheltenham will finally get off the mark against Accrington Stanley and get their first 3 points of the season. So Cheltenham to beat Accrington by a 0-0. Colchester take on Crewe then at the JobServe Community Stadium. Colchester not been on the best of form, lost at home to Barrow and Cambridge and then drew away at Barnet at the weekend. Not great for them, although Crewe have been on a bit of a slide recently, losing to Gillingham and Swindon at home, getting absolutely trounced there. Last time these sides did play, it was a 0-0 draw on both occasions. Crewe have won this match 10 times in the past, although Colchester do have a pretty handy record at home. Crewe could lose 3 on the bounce. I don't think they will. They might want to look for a response, but then Colchester haven't won in a while either. One of these matches was 6-0 back in 2018 to Colchester. Past couple of occasions they've been draws. There was a draw last season. There was a draw the season before that. I'm actually going to back Colchester to just get the scrappiest wins in this one. I'm going to back Colchester United to win this by 2-1 over Crewe. In this one, I just want to back the home side. The Cowley brothers seem to know what they're doing. Are the wheels starting to fall off the Crewe bus slightly? I don't know. But yeah, I am going to back Colchester United to narrowly win this by 2-1 over Crewe in this one. Harrogate take on Crawley and Scott Lindsay. Now, Crawley would be very disappointed they didn't come away with all 3 points against Chesterfield after bottling that 2-goal advantage. They haven't really been the best this season. Crawley currently sit with 2 points, 22nd in the table. Absolute horror show for them at the moment. I think they'll be looking to win this. Harrogate aren't the greatest side in the division. Crawley coming down recently. Yes, I think they sold a lot of their players, hence why they are struggling this season. Harrogate actually haven't beaten Crawley at home in their history. On here since like early 2000s. So yeah, Crawley be fancying their chances in this one. Last time they did play was back at Harrogate. It was a 2-1 away win for Crawley. Crawley did do the double over them when they got promoted. I'm gonna back a 1-1 draw in this one, I think. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between these two sides. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be cagey. And I think this could be a 1-1 draw between Harrogate and Crawley in this one. So back in a 1-1 draw between Harrogate and Crawley in this one. Now to Milton Keynes, where they take MK Dons take on Grimsby Town. Of course, this could be a promotion game come the end of the season. This could be an interesting game of football to watch this one. MK Dons drawing at home last season 0-0 with Grimsby, and it was a 3-1 win back in October for MK Dons, at Blundell Park. Last 3 times these sides have played, it has all been a draw. I could see it being a draw again, to be honest. MK Dons did lose at home to Walsall, bit of a surprising result, that one, considering where the teams are respectively. Grimsby did lose to Bristol Rovers at home by a 0-0 after the heroics of beating Manchester United in the Cup. I don't know who's going to win this one. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a draw, as I said previously. This one's going to be a tight one to call. Both sides could be in and around the playoffs come the end of the season. That's one go back. A 1-1 draw between MK Dons and Grimsby in this one. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be cagey. I think it'd be scrappy. And I think it'd be a 1-1 draw in this one. So yeah, MK Dons and Grimsby to draw 1-1 here. Notts County take on Fleetwood then at Meadow Lane, or Meadow Lane, not the Meadow Lane. Notts County, very good win for them at the weekend, beating Tranmere Rovers away from home 2-1 in that one. Fleetwood did beat Barrow by a 0 as well. Last time these sides did play last season was 2-2 draw on both ends of the spectrum. That's the first time these sides have played in a few years. Yeah, we've only got data of 1 draw. That was last season at Meadow Lane. I think this is a bit of an unpredictable one to call if you look at the table. Fleetwood down in 9th, Notts County down in 13th. I think this will be a tight one to call. This is going to be a really interesting game. I think this is one of the tightest ones to call. I think I'm going to back a draw again, just because Notts County at home at 13th against 9th could be a difficult one to call. I'm going to back another draw. I'm going to back a 1-1 here between Notts County and Fleetwood Town. I think it'd be a tight game of football, this one. But yeah, I just don't see these sides being separated. If Notts County maybe had a better coach in charge, I could maybe see them picking up a result here. But yeah, I'm backing a 1-1 draw between Notts County and Fleetwood Town in this one. Salford take on Tranmere now then at the Peninsula Stadium. Salford City haven't won in 2 games, losing away at Walsall and then drawing at home to Cheltenham. 2 drop points for Carl Robinson's men in that one. Tranmere losing at home to Notts County. We mentioned that in the last prediction of Notts County Fleetwood we did. Tranmere then beating Crawley. Before that, last time these sides did play at Salford was a 2-0 win for Salford. Tranmere seem to have a decent record here, though, winning at a few occasions. Last in 2023 and 2022, got back-to-back away wins at Salford. They did play back at Tranmere, which was a 0-0 draw. I don't know. Salford have started well. Well, not no. This 11th v 12th now. Actually, I thought the Salford did start okay. Tranmere weren't the best last time they did play Salford. Do I go bold? Do I go bold and back the away side? Do I go bold? No, I'm not. I'm going to back Salford. I'm going to back Salford at home in this one. Back to winning ways over Tranmere. I'm going to back by the 2-1 in this one. Yeah, I think Salford will narrowly get over the line in this one and just beat Tranmere here. So yeah, Salford to beat Tranmere by 2-1 in this one. So yeah, good win for Salford City at home to Tranmere. Walsall v Gillingham in the penultimate game of the match week and the final 3 o'clock game of the match week as Walsall do take on Chesterfield. Chesterfield have had a decent start up in 2nd place. Very good start, actually. Apart from that bottled draw against Crawley, they lost to the forward to Gillingham. They haven't been on the best of form recently. Walsall some fine wins over Salford and MK Dons, excuse me. Last time these sides have played, Walsall won both on these occasions in the League 2 playoff and in League 2 itself. Yeah, I think Walsall should get over the line in this one. Chesterfield haven't been the best so far this season. Still a lot of improvements to do on their side, of course. Yeah, I think Walsall will look to win this one. I am going to actually back them. I'm going to back them by a 0-0. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be scrappy, but I think Matt Sadler's side will just get over the line in this one. So yeah, back in Walsall to win this by a 0-0 over Chesterfield. I think it'd be tight. I think it'd be scrappy, but Walsall will win by a 0-0. Then into what is 3rd versus 1st in League 2 on the evening kickoff at 5:30, where Bromley take on Gillingham, of course, at the Copperjacks Community Stadium in Bromley. Bit of a London affair, this one. Maybe you could... Well, Gillingham aren't really in London, but yeah, it's close enough. Last of these sides did play, it was a 2-1 win for Bromley over Gillingham, 3-0 win for Bromley back there. So Bromley do have a very good head-to-head record. They'll be looking to make it 3 out of 3 against Gareth Ainsworth's Gillingham, who currently are top of the league at the moment. Andy Woodman's side will be looking to fancy their chances against us, to try and take advantage of that Gillingham result. At the way Gillingham have started this season. I know it's been very good, but I think Bromley fans will be up for this one. And I'm going to back Bromley to get over the line. I think Gillingham will have their, is it first loss of the season? Yeah, first loss of the season for Gillingham. Back in Bromley to win this by 2-1 at home in this one over Gillingham and just get over the line in this one. So yeah, back in Bromley to beat Gillingham by 2-1 in this one. Thank you for watching my League 2 Game Week 7 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one, which probably will be League 1 predictions, but it depends how many games are going ahead. I know Cardiff Burton is postponed already. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one.